What's up guys, hope you're doing good. Today we are working on the car of absolute misery and despair, also known as my 240 coupe. But first, we got a package to open up because I got a shop fan. It's been hot as hell, it's kind of unbearable, so hopefully this fan makes it more comfortable in the garage. Now this box is kind of small, so the fan isn't that big. I think it's only like 20 inches, but reviews say it moves air really well. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. Get our little stands. Let's see if my big brain can figure out how this goes. And the fan is set up just like that. All right, let's plug her in and see how it does. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great. Now that we got some cooling in the garage, we can go outside, start working on the coupe. So the fuel pump went out. I have one here. We're gonna go ahead and pull out the sending unit, swap out the fuel pump. It's actually not that bad. It's a super easy job because these cars have top access. I've been in the top of 240 tanks so much, kind of tired of it, but you know, it's just, it is what it is. So let's get to it. Alright, so as you can see, I got the car pulled up already, the trunk open. I already had this opened up just to peek in here. So now we just got to take off these screws, unplug it, and then that'll come right out. I always love trying to do stuff like this with one hand. Oh, we got it though. Okay. Okay. So, I also forgot we had to take the hoses off. Might have been better to do that while it was still screwed down, but we'll make do. It's not that big of a deal, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a flathead and get these off. Alright, so I just got these hoses off and the feed line was completely dry, which is usually a sign there's something going on there. When it's working as it should spew fuel out due to the leftover pressure. So we're gonna pull this out. Gotta drip off some of that excess fuel. Then we're gonna set it down outside for a minute. Oh my, yeah, that's overexposed. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get a workbench set up inside with like a towel, and then we'll go ahead and change out that pump. It's a little loud with the fan in here. This is the new pump. We're gonna go ahead and throw it on, but for now, so I don't have to shout a little bit, we're just gonna cue the music. Fuel pump is on, we can throw it in the car and see if it works. Let's get it. All right, everything is hooked up and plugged in. Let's test it out. gonna go ahead and prime it a couple times before I actually start it, just to get fuel in the lines. I think I hear it this time. Look at that, it started right up. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, let's buckle everything up and go for a test drive. We actually have a small leak in the hose here, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off. Well, that's unfortunate. Right when you think you're successful, something else pops up. This hose has like a puncture. I would say, like, what's that, before or after the hose clamp? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Right behind it, so that has to get cut and pulled up. Okay, got a little razor blade, and yeah, you can kind of see where the puncture is. So we're gonna go ahead and cut like right here. Try and keep as much material as possible, of course, but there's plenty to go around. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, a little bit of a life hack here. When you're having trouble getting these hoses on because it's, you know, it's too dry, they just won't move, get a little bit of WD-40 on there and it'll slide right up. All right, with the cut hose, there's no longer a leak. The car starts right up, so I'm gonna go ahead and close this up and call this a success. All right, so we got one more thing to do before we can take this car into test drive. I looked underneath the car and the exhaust hanger fell off. I didn't word that right. The exhaust fell off the hanger. So I'm gonna go ahead and jack up the car real quick, put it back on, and then we can go on a test drive, you know, just get that out the way so it doesn't become a bigger issue later on. So I'll get back to y'all once that's done. All right, let's go on a test drive and see how it does. All right, so it seems to be driving just fine now, which is great, but it's dirty as hell, so let's get this thing washed up. By wash, I mean rinse, because I don't have any proper detailing stuff with me.
Baby, if you can't hang, then there's the door, baby. If you can't hang, then there's the door, baby. If you can't hang, then there's the door. I don't wanna take your precious time, 'cause you're such a pretty, 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 pretty face, but you turn into a pretty big waste of my time. I don't wanna take up all your time, 'cause you're such a pretty, 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 pretty face, but you turn into a pretty big waste of my time. You're the lowest tide, you're the lowest. I met a girl stuck in a way. She found a boy she knew she'd change. I changed my clothes, my hair, my face, so I just go our separate ways. She said we'd grown apart for some time, but then she left, nobody knew. I hope Mr. Right was up with all the bullshit that you gave away. Well, while I sit here by myself and figure out how I got this way before you go.
I could use a sweet treat, so let's go grab some Dutch Bros. It's way too hot to not have something cool.
You wanna know? If you can't hang, then there's the door, baby. If you can't hang, then there's the door, baby.
This thing actually feels really good, so I think we solved the problem. It's back to pulling good, it hasn't shut off on me yet, so I'd call it a win.